Another technique we're going to work with today is called lifting. If I look at my worksheet, what it tells you to do in this section is to draw a sphere and include a cast shadow and lift the highlights. So a lifting technique is really simple. What it is it's putting down wet watercolor on the paper and actually lifting or blotting out the areas you want to take away from while the watercolor is still wet. So there's my sphere. I'm including a cast shadow, so I'm going to just draw it very, very lightly, barely touching the paper. And now I'm going to just start with I'm actually going to start with the sphere. I'm going to get water in my brush. I'm going to try the dark red Algerian crimson for this one. And I'm going to paint the shadow part of this sphere. I'm doing wet and to dry, and now I'm going to actually get the brush even more wet as I go, almost like I'm doing that graded wash. But while the paint is still wet, while the watercolor is still wet, you can do this with a brush. If I dry the brush off, I can actually dab up a part of this and make that highlight even brighter. Or you can even do it straight with the paper towel. So I can take the paper towel and I can lift some of that off, working back in the watercolor where I want it to be. I might have to add a little bit more to my brush, but that's okay. I'll add a tiny bit and work back in here to blend and make a nice sphere. That's lifting.